Hello everybody, it is Rio here, and today let's have some Last of Us fun. I'm going to talk about some of the things I would love to see in The Last of Us 2, but this video is not limited to my opinion. You guys can join the fun as well. What would you like to see in The Last of Us 2? Let us know in the comments below, but other than that, let's get right into it. In The Last of Us 1, during the university chapter, Ellie asked Joel the question, what did he want to be when he was older?
What about you? What'd you want to be?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a singer.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Sing something.
No.
Come on, I won't laugh.
I don't think so.
Joel, please.
From this, we learn Joel wanted to be a singer, but throughout The Last of Us 1, we never actually got to hear him sing. There was an event, however, called One Night Live, which had Troy Baker, Ashley Johnson, and more reenact some of the most memorable scenes in The Last of Us 1 in front of a live studio audience. At the end of this event, Neil Druckmann came out on stage and asked everyone to not record the final performance. All cameras went off and no footage of the final performance was ever shown. So, what was the final performance? Well, a released description says it was a secret alternative ending to The Last of Us 1, and in this ending, it is said that Joel sings to Ellie. The small group of people lucky enough to be at this event got to hear Troy Baker sing as Joel. But what about the rest of us fans? We need to hear what Joel sounds like when he is singing. And in The Last of Us 2, it'd be great to finally hear him sing. What do you think? What kind of singer do you think Joel is? Is he the super southern sounding singer? Maybe like a Johnny Cash? Or is he something else? Let us know what you guys think about Joel singing. One of the most iconic scenes in The Last of Us 1 is when Joel is interrogating the two guys from David's group. In this scene, we see Joel do what he's been doing best for the past 20 years, and we see how years of survival has really shaped him as a character as he fights for his baby girl. Now, in The Last of Us 2, I would actually like to see an Ellie interrogation scene, where Ellie is interrogating someone similar to what Joel done in The Last of Us 1. What if Ellie has picked up a trick or two from Joel and uses these skills to interrogate and hunt down the remaining Fireflies? It would be cool to see how the world of The Last of Us, and maybe even Joel, has taught Ellie to become a cold-hearted killer.
Fuck you, man. He told you what you wanted. I ain't telling you shit.
That's all right. I believe him.
No, wait, man!
In The Last of Us 1, we are introduced to a wide variety of survival groups. We have the Boston Quarantine Zone, the Pittsburgh Hunters, Tommy's Settlement, David's group, and even the Fireflies. And the thing that I really enjoy about these groups is each group has a story to tell. Naughty Dog done a fantastic job to make each group have a deep, meaningful history that eventually leads to their current state as a group. For example, the Hunters in Pittsburgh were a group of normal people before they turned on the military and eventually turned into a group of lying, thieving, murderous survivors. Now, in The Last of Us 2, it is highly possible that we will see a new group, but I hope we get to see a new group with as much history and storytelling as they did in The Last of Us 1. Perhaps, maybe we will meet a new group of survivors who, like the Hunters, killed the military of their quarantine zone, but instead of resorting to stealing from other survivors, this group was smart, and maybe they learned to use infection infected as a weapon and become a highly advanced group of survivors. This of course is only one perspective on the types of groups Naughty Dog could bring to The Last of Us 2, but I would love to see a new and interesting group in The Last of Us 2. So, what about you? Have a bit of a think about this one, but what kind of group would you really like to see in The Last of Us 2? Maybe you could describe this group to us. Who are they? Are they a peaceful or violent group? And what made them like that? Let your mind run wild and have some Last of Us fun.
It's too damn close.
In the Last of Us 2 trailer, we see that Ellie now has a new tattoo on her arm. So, in The Last of Us 2, it'd be great to see how and why she got this tattoo. What is the story behind it? Knowing Naughty Dog, they love to add stories to every little detail, and I'm sure the tattoo is no exception. There is probably a significant story about it, and I'm sure we'd love to know a lot more about the tattoo in The Last of Us 2. Is the tattoo a visual representation of Ellie's past or Ellie's character? Or is it something else? What do you think the tattoo represents? In The Last of Us 1, 20 years go by and not a lot of information is disclosed about Joel in this time. Throughout the game, we get small hints or small references, but no solid details are ever described about Joel's past in the 20-year gap. For instance, he implies that he was a hunter when Ellie asks Joel the question,
How did you know
Know what?
about the ambush?
I've been on both sides.
Oh,
It is also implied that Joel done some dark and nasty things when Joel and Tommy are arguing.
This is how you gonna repay me, huh?
Repay you.
For all those goddamn years I took care of us.
Took care. That's what you call it? I got nothing but nightmares from those years.
You survived because of me.
It wasn't worth it.
I bring you the cure from mankind, and you wanna play the pissy little brother.
We ain't back in Boston. You lay your hands on me again, it won't end well for you.
It appears this 20-year gap was a dark period for Joel, with a lot of the things he'd done in this time left to our imagination. But in The Last of Us 2, I'd love to see a bit more about his past. Maybe we get a few answers about what he'd done to survive, or what he did to cope with the loss of Sarah. This is a big thing that a lot of people actually wanted a Last of Us DLC for. But what about you? What do you think Joel done in the 20-year gap to give Tommy nothing but nightmares? And that is it for my list today. Did you agree, disagree, or have any thoughts of your own? Let us know in the comments down below. It'd be great to hear your guys' opinions. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and most importantly, stay moist, everybody. Cheers.